That is how you end a game in style.
One more time, back live here at E3 for day 2, and I am Alex Machine Richardson. We are live from the Sub-Nation stage at the E3 Esports Zone, and I am joined by Bernard Chang. We've already seen him very briefly earlier on today, but now we get to get into the nitty and the gritty. Character artist, masterpiece designer of this bad boy, which has been working over the last, well, you started yesterday?
I started yesterday around noon.
Yesterday at noon.
About 6 hours yesterday.
But
so 6, and then today a few more hours.
Okay, so I mean I imagine that's a chunk, that's a big chunk of time for one piece of art as opposed to your normal workflow.
It's around the same. I draw comic books.
Yeah.
Primarily, I draw Teen Titans for DC Comics, and each page takes about a day. So.
Okay, now this is all new information for me. I've never had an opportunity to speak to a character artist, certainly not one that works for Marvel and DC. Would you just say a day a page?
It's about a day a page, starting from scratch to really actually just black and white. This is a little bit more of a special piece where it's actually a lot larger than the format that I'm used to working at, and also it's painted and colored. So.
I mean, was it kind of, did you enjoy the experience of moving away from your everyday workflow? I mean, it's a 4 foot by 4 foot canvas and you're painting. I mean, that must be a bit of a...
It's definitely a challenge. Yeah, it's definitely a challenge. But I mean, as an artist, you're always looking to explore new avenues. I mean, I used to paint when I was much younger. I went to an art high school. It's good to bring out the brush every now and then.
Yeah. I mean, a genuine question I'm about to throw at you here is the digital from the practical, the shift in mediums. I mean, art is, as with everything, technology is getting more and more involved in art, and I imagine it streamlines a lot of things.
Yeah, I think I'm drawing on an iPad nowadays. Okay. The new
like your Teen Titans
the
work is on an
actual
iPad.
comic book, the entire comic book is drawn digitally now. It used to be pencil and paper with ink pens. You had to make sure that there was a FedEx office so you could ship the pages to the company, and now everything is digital. I mean, I even draw also on Twitch. Yeah. I live stream drawing sessions, and it's also there's
Where
a lot
can
of
I
other.
find that?
Excuse me.
What's your Twitch stream?
The Bernard Chang.
The Bernard Chang. Check it out. I certainly will.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you do when you're fulfilling your work, you do turn the stream on now and then.
Occasionally, yes and no.
Okay.
The comic book stuff, I can't stream because it's confidential. It's the books haven't come out yet. But then I'll stream other kind of style drawings that I do, or in tutorials.
Fantastic. And so, I mean, the lessons I've learned already, a day a page blows me away the most. But can we talk a little bit about this? I was going to say elephant in the room, this square in the room.
Sure.
Yeah, This was something we talked a little bit about earlier on today, but it is a homage with working with Sub-Nation to recognize Gooseman. I mean, a Counter-Strike genius who made the whole game. In case you're unfamiliar, 20 years ago, this man was...
So Gooseman is he's the guy that's responsible for coming up with the programming that enables multiplayer online gaming. And Seven, who's a good friend of mine, came to me a few weeks ago and said, hey, I think we got this idea for E3 and for Sub-Nation. He had been talking with Kim, who we actually were on here earlier. And we wanted to commemorate, actually honor, some of the pioneers of the gaming industry. Yeah. And this was our first collaboration.
I mean, what I love is that Goose, it's a reference in the game as well.
Actually,
to this day.
So that tag is in the game.
Yes.
In various versions of the game. The Goose is written there, tagged on certain walls.
It's still a call out. Did you know that? Like the pro players, there's a corner on a particular map that they still call Goose to this day.
Oh, awesome.
Right there. Yeah. Just like that.
And this year is the 20th anniversary of
Counter-Strike.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still baffled that this all materialized in a day and a half.
Yeah, it was.
I don't understand.
It's actually fairly quick.
It's quick.
You know, the piece in here, you have, well, Ming Gooseman himself.
Yeah.
And then in the A of Subnation, the blue A, there's drawn in white pen on one side is the...
I love these. This is all of the Counter-Strike terrorists and
these are
counter-terrorists.
terrorists and the mercenaries.
Yeah.
And so there's some of the popular characters or versions of the avatars that you see.
The headshot kill
and the
feed.
headshot icon, yeah. Kim, you know, really helped out with a lot of the references in terms of, for him, what he felt were visual icons that needed to be.
That was top
one
of his
them.
list.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it makes sense.
Because the gameplay was so revolutionary.
Yeah.
That you know, and that being one of the key elements of the game that really enhanced player development.
It definitely does. And 20 years commemorated by yourself and, of course, Subnation as well. So just to explore this digital art discussion a little more, just because I have genuine interest in it, art has become digitized. I mean, I imagine like as an industry standard nowadays, like a lot of the stuff you're doing, most artists are doing is going to be in some way through the digital medium. You said you studied paint, you studied the pencils. Do you feel like, do you miss that a bit? Do you like coming back to your roots somewhat here at E3?
I still draw pen on paper, pencil on paper, most of the time.
Really?
The fully digital has really only been very recent. I still go to figure drawing workshops, you know, to draw from live models.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you can't beat, just the feel of a traditional.
Right. There's a physicality to art that I imagine you lose with a stylus and a screen.
Exactly. At the same time, the industry's become so global. The person that colors my book, Marcelo Maiolo, he lives in Brazil. So everything, you know, has to be shipped digitally.
Yeah.
Everything is drawn, uploaded, scanned, and then emailed off.
Can I ask you a dumb question? I always see, when I look at comics, it's like art by X, color by Y. Why is there that separation? Is that a dumb question?
Comics, because it's a monthly process, right? Comic books comes out once a month. So you have a writer, a penciler, an inker, and a colorist.
Okay,
You also have like a letterer, is the guy that does the word balloons.
Like the typography within the art.
Exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Oh, wow.
So part of that is because it takes so long to produce a page, to draw a page. It takes one day.
Yeah.
So you need to have a whole team of guys come in.
So as soon as that page is done, it's off to color.
As soon as the
that
page
makes
is
so
done,
much sense.
I scan it, upload it, and it's off to Brazil.
That makes so much sense.
At the same time, that page then goes back to the office, and then there's a guy that's putting together the word balloons and the lettering, and then they're making adjustments to maybe some of the dialogue.
Fantastic. Wow, I genuinely feel like I've learned an awful lot. If people want to find you, let's do your Twitch again, because if you want to see this man do this live, you can do so over at...
The Bernard Chang.
The Bernard Chang. Nice and easy.
And Instagram, too.
And Instagram?
Yes.
How do I find you on Instagram?
Same.
The Bernard Chang.
The Bernard Chang.
I'm going to do that right. I'm going to do that right now. But anyway, an absolute pleasure to meet you, sir. It's cool to see what you've done here with Subnation and to see the Gooseman getting some love. Belated but necessary love.
Yes.
It's really awesome.
Yes.
And there's more to come from you with
I
this.
think there's going to be a whole series coming out. We're working right now on who we're going to do next.
Biting your tongue right now, I guess. Okay.
I can't talk about it yet.
But there is more to come. There's a series of
Yes.
kind of hidden figures in esports.
Right.
Fantastic. Well, that's Bernard Chang. I'm Machine, and we are going to be ending our stream for today. Just going to hold you for one more minute before you hit that X. It's over there. Oh, wait, no, I'm mirrored, so it's over there. Don't click that thing yet. Stay.